I am Dana Malcolm. This is your morning edition of Top Stories for Monday, December 18th. Coming up, the news that matters most.
Everyone can now pay online with the National Health Insurance Board. Employers, self-employed, students, voluntary contributors, or even pensioners making contributions for their dependents. Simply visit nhip.tc. Register for the e-services, submit your calculator, and pay directly through our e-services portal. Payments are easier with the National Health Insurance Board. Building a healthy nation, one person at a time.
Residents are waiting anxiously for word on a young man thought to be a successful college graduate after he reportedly went missing on Sunday. Civilian reports indicate he got into difficulties while at sea on a jet ski and has not been found. The jet ski, we're told, turned up riderless. A gale over the Bahamas was causing rough seas in the Turks and Caicos, and small craft had been urged to stay in port. A man is dead and a woman nursing injuries after an attack yesterday. The male driver, who was able to escape the apparent shooting, died after reportedly running into a utility pole trying to outrun his alleged killers. He may have been injured by them while driving a blue-colored Nissan March. The woman was in a separate vehicle and appeared to be a bystander. Police, residents, and emergency workers rushed to the scene. Those living nearby report a barrage of shots. Find the latest on our website. A blue house tucked into the brush of Five Keys is what residents on Saturday morning showed to our reporter Wilkie Arthur when he visited the site of Friday night's kidnapping and killing. There, they say, is where the female victim was snatched from her home. Police have not commented on the motive behind the highly unusual kidnapping. Neighbors speaking to us say it may have been the result of a domestic feud. Arthur was told perpetrators hiding in the bushes shot at police first when they arrived to rescue the woman. Return fire resulted in the death of one man. What residents had to say about the deceased coming up later. Magnetic Media is your news leader.
Season's greetings, listeners. I am Terence Spence, police constable attached to the Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force, Community Policing Unit. During the holiday season, crime rates tends to increase. This is due in part to shoppers carrying more cash and credit cards with them while shopping. The Royal Turks and Caicos Island Police Force is committed to ensuring public safety and reducing fear and crime incidents. There are many precautions people can take to reduce their chances of becoming a victim. Tip Number 7. Are you walking to your vehicle after shopping? Or leaving work? If yes, do not be distracted by the use of your cell phone. Take note of all the happenings around you. Look beyond your immediate location. Look 30 feet or further in front of you, or as far as your eyes can see. If something seems off, the extra distance gives you ample time to react.
That was a public service announcement from the Royal Turks and Caicos Islands Police Force.
A tropical disturbance off the coast of the Bahamas has dumped record amounts of December rain on the country and resulted in electricity outages all across Grand Bahama. Videos show water spouts in the open ocean and rough surf lashing the shore. More on that as well coming up. With a court victory under her belt, Josephine Connolly, Minister of Tourism, is sticking to her guns, emphasizing that establishing the Destination Marketing and Management Organization was the right decision for the TCI. She described the setup of the DMMO, now supported by the court, as significant and timely. The power of attraction. Magnetic Media.
There is simply nowhere else in the Turks and Caicos Islands that you can find such a wholesome variety of your favorite fresh foods. There is simply nowhere else in the Turks and Caicos Islands that you can find such outstanding service. And there is simply nowhere else in the TCI to answer your every food craving in a chic, comfortable, centrally located store. That's a place you can trust. Number 1 is Graceway IGA. Fresh, service, trust for over 20 years.
Another case headed by Oliver Smith KC came to an end recently when his client, Alexander Joseph, was freed of all charges in a gun case. Remanded in 2022, Joseph came before the court a year and a half later, only for the prosecution to drop the case in the interest of justice. Joseph and a co-accused had been accused of tossing a firearm from their vehicle during a stop and search. Police have responded to allegations of poor timing in the recent murder of national footballer Raskari Cox. Rodney Adams, acting commissioner, said the police force received initial calls reporting gunshots at 11:34 p.m. Officers were dispatched at 11:36 and arrived by 11:41. The response comes after serious concerns about police response time were relayed to our news team by the grieving relatives. That is it for this edition of the news. Remember, for details on these stories or more, check out the Magnate or visit our website. Lots coming up in our midday edition. Tune into that. Top Stories in 5 is a Magnetic Media production, and it is free to share.